Mm, mm.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for helping out. My name is Ransom Anyema. I'm a final year radiography student, a medical writer, and also a content creator on YouTube, especially. So today I have an amazing guest speaker. Her name is Kenneth. But I'm going to give her a platform to introduce herself. She's a med student at Babcock University. So, Kenneth, could you introduce yourself to the audience?
Hi everyone. Hello. My name is Umeh-Kenneth Mirabel I am a fifth year medical student at Babcock University. I do make contents across mainly on YouTube, and I just recently started posting all across other platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Those are my main platforms. Yeah. Thank you.
Amazing. So, Kenneth, we have some questions for you. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
All right. The first question is, what inspired you to pursue a career in medicine at Babcock University? Talk us there.
Okay. For that question, what inspired me to pursue medicine at Babcock University? The story, my medical journey is like my journey towards getting medicine wasn't even the route through Babcock. Okay, so I think I should just start from the beginning of it all. So I actually graduated from high school 2019, and while in high school I took the IELTS exams. I took it twice. Yeah, because I wanted to score more higher to increase my chance of getting into the university I wanted to get into in the US. And also I took the SAT exams. Yeah, I took it twice. I think the first time I had like 900 and something, and second time I had like 1,100. I think the exam is out of 1.6, I guess. I think so. I think it's out of 1.6. So the next one I wrote, I had like 1,100 plus my IELTS, where I had like a 7.0 out of 9. And then I applied for different universities in the US, mainly Michigan, because that's where I have family. And I really wanted to like go there. I applied for pre-med. Yeah, I got into one, Oakland University, in Rochester, Michigan. But my parents didn't let me go because according to them, I was still very young. And then at that point, Babcock also gave me admission, but Babcock didn't give me medicine. They gave me physiology. All right. And with the fact that my parents didn't want me to go far, they wanted me to still like to be close to them. I'm their only daughter. And yeah, I mean, going to the US at that age, at 16, going for school, it won't have been easy because most of us, that's like the age where we try to realize ourselves. And if you realize yourself wrongly, you may follow the wrong path. So I understand why they won't want me to go at that age. I wish I still went, but maybe at maybe age 18 or so. But yeah, I guess that was just the plan of God. So when um I saw, because I never even checked my admission letter till like the day before I was going to Babcock, because Babcock was the only university I applied to in Nigeria, because everything was planned that I was supposed to go abroad. So Babcock was the only university I applied to, and luckily they gave me an admission and they gave me physiology. And I've never ever heard about physiology in my life. My parents even thought I was going to study philosophy. They were like, if it's the philosophy, go and study the philosophy. And so I just went, I packed my bags. I didn't even buy anything for school because apparently school had already resumed and they had already gone like almost 1 to 2 weeks far. So my parents were like, I should just go. So I packed my bags, and then I didn't even know that the school, not up like, I didn't even know that the school had um one or two like I didn't even know that they had rules of you wearing skirts, you can't wear handless. stuffs like that. So what I even packed. In fact, I went to school and I was just managing two sets of clothes, cause and my mommy had to like send me new clothes the next week. It was just a whole chaos for me. So I just found myself in Babcock studying physiology. I was trying to know what the course is about. So I kept on doing research online and all. And yeah, knowing that I really wanted medicine, I really wanted to be a doctor because I really, in fact, my true inspiration into going into medicine is because I really want to help people. It's not like I feel like being a doctor brings you to this point in your life where everybody relies on you, especially with the fact that they are so sick and no other human being except you that it's a doctor that have gone through the training can actually help. And I believe God helps through us. Exactly. So seeing people in pain, seeing that they need someone to help them, seeing that they want someone to listen to them, to help them out in general, is just something that really inspires me to go further. The whole training is very rigorous and very tiring. I'll not lie. Very, very rigorous. But I thank God, at least the main thing, anytime I think about giving up, I just remember my inspiration and I keep moving on no matter what happens. So in general, I got physiology and then I tried asking questions on if I could switch, and they told me I need to make a 4.5 out of 5 CGPA to be able to switch. And me, I was already advised by my seniors that 100 level was like one of the chillest years. So I should make sure I make use of it, that I should have fun, I should go for activities, don't just. So I just read in my spare time and everything. I didn't make the 4.5. I didn't make the 4.5, but I still forged ahead. I think the next semester, I think I almost got a 4.5. Then my 200 level was so tough, especially with physiology. In fact, the lecturers in physiology in my school, they are so so harsh. Not like so so harsh. I don't mean harsh in person. Like when they are marking, they are very strict. They just teach us and they don't even tell us what they really want from you in the exam, so you can like do exactly what they want from you and get a higher score. So it was really hard because I was still trying to understand what on earth am I doing in this physiology. I was still trying to understand all those things. But in general, I'll just sum it up that I was in between 4.0 and 4.5. And they said I have to finish my 200 level to be able to apply. I still applied. I prayed to God. I was really, really praying. Honestly, that moment really tried me because everything was just a lot. I think that was in 2021. And by God's grace, I got medicine. They later brought down the cutoff mark to 4.0, only for that year though, but I don't know about other years. So they took people that had a 4.0 and above, and luckily I was there and got, I was favored by God, and that's how I started studying medicine. And fast forward to 2024, I'm in my fifth year, and I can't wait to leave.
Amazing. Amazing.
Yeah.
That was an inspiring story. I think it's a
Yeah.
lesson for other people that are looking to study medicine and
Mm-hmm.
to keep their hopes alive, because everything is possible if you're determined to do that. I think Kenneth's story sums everything up. So Kenneth,
Yeah.
thank you so much for talking the story about what really inspired you to pursue a career in medicine at Babcock University. Thank you so much for talking the story,
Thank
and
you.
I believe that the audience are really inspired by that story. So the next question for you is, how do you balance the time demands of med school with your passion for cooking? Yeah, I've seen a lot of videos of you cooking, amazing stuff. But I know med school
Yeah.
is a job. It demands your full attention. So how do you
Yeah.
balance your time demands of med school with your passion for cooking? Talk us there.
Mm, honestly, I this question. Apparently, I don't cook in school because my school is a private school, so they don't allow us to cook. But if I was allowed to cook in my school, I know that cooking is something I love. In fact, I've been at home and I've just been cooking and everything. But and it's something that when I start doing it, I'm engrossed in it. So I just thank God that my school doesn't even allow me cook. So yeah, I guess I'm balancing that part of my life. Yeah, very well.
Amazing, amazing. Wow. Apart from cooking, is there any other interest you have? Apart from cooking and your content creation, any other interest you
Mm,
have?
I would say it's basically my content creation. Yeah, that's basically the one that I would say that still I'm still kind of having struggles with balancing them,
Oh,
especially when I like have piles of videos that I've already like filmed. It's just for me to edit them. And
mm,
honestly, to me, I really want to put enough effort into editing my videos very, very well, especially for YouTube. I really want to put enough effort, but with the fact that I don't even have time, most times I just do something simple and post it because yeah, time is content. I don't want to say time is money because I'm not saying making money out of my YouTube, but I would just say time is content. And I even
yeah,
have a lot of videos to still edit, but I've not yet done anyone. But it's just God's grace. That's what I would say.
amazing. It's amazing that medical students as well have other interests. It's amazing to
Yeah.
see that. For me now, I'm a radiography student. I also
Mm-hmm.
have interest in medical writing and also content
Mm-hmm.
creating. It's
Yeah.
amazing. But it's the problem now about having interest is the problem about balancing those interests with your studies, maybe medicine, or it could be in
Yeah.
radiography or any medical specialties. So thank you so
Yeah.
much for talking to me about that. So, okay,
Thank
amazing. This question is kind of tricky, but I know you're very ready for it. So
you.
can you share with us an unforgettable transformation that affected you deeply? Because I know you're Christian, right?
Yeah.
You don't joke with Christianity. You don't joke with God, even as a medical
Yeah.
student. So talk us through. Can you share that experience for us so we can, get inspired by your story?
Okay. So this question you said an unforgettable transformation. Is it related to my religion or medicine or in together?
I think, yeah, it's general. Yeah, so audience can
General.
get inspired. Yeah.
Okay. I would say that as a doctor, I don't know if you've heard this thing that doctors, especially surgeons, they have this God complex. And God complex in the sense that they know that, oh, you rely on them and there's nothing you can do. If you're even saying, God, 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 oh, God, help me, like it's still them that will do it and all. So I'm a medical student and most of our lecturers are doctors. Like someone that is not even a doctor cannot teach us. So most of our doctors are our teachers. And honestly, sometimes when my teachers are teaching us, especially the men, I'm not going to lie, because the women they still shift in the way of, oh, God is there, but especially the male lecturers, they usually that's how they make it almost seem like God is not like it's like God doesn't even have anything to do with it. Like, why are you calling God in this situation? Like we are saying you have cancer, so accept it. Like maybe you say, I don't know how Yoruba people say it. Like maybe you say, Oga, you have cancer, or they'll be like, Oloro Maje, like God forbid, that kind of thing. And the doctors are like, why are you saying God forbid? You have cancer. Like they don't even believe it feels like they don't believe in miracles and all. And then it got to a point because when you do postings, you stay for a very long time in the posting sometimes. It got to a point that I was almost, let's say my behavior was kind of shifting to the way they were behaving. And it was making it look like I don't believe in miracles and all. But then it was like a call back from God because it was looking like you can't depend on any other thing except us than God. And also that whole point was a transformation for me. And I'm happy God called me back because if there's one thing I know, miracles are real. God, God is real. Miracles are real. So no matter how well a doctor feels he is, or how good he feels he is, I know, yeah, skill is there, but there's one thing about having God. When you have God, you are not just better, you are the best. That's one thing about having God. So yeah, that's it. That's
God is
it.
real. Miracle works.
Yes,
It's yeah. I've seen it. You know, is the say the best teacher experience is the best teacher. So I've experienced miracles in
yeah,
my life,
yeah,
and if you don't believe in God, I don't discriminate people that don't believe in God. It's just
yeah,
that because I don't want to like if I discriminate, that means I'm judging you. But God said we shouldn't
yes,
judge.
exactly.
So I
Yeah,
don't discriminate. Just whatever you believe on, it's your own cup of tea. But right now, I just believe in Christ. So
yeah.
that is what I have to say. Yeah. Thank you so much, Kenneth, for telling us there about sharing an amazing journey that you can't forget that affected you deeply. So thank you so much, and I believe that the audience are really inspired by that. So the next
Mm.
question for you is, how does your faith influence your approach to study medicine and caring for your patients? Talk us there.
Okay, how my faith. Yeah, well, since this is a YouTube video, I'll first say that okay, I'm a Christian. I'm a strong believer of Christ Jesus. Yes. So how it affects my the way I see patients and help them and all. First of all, I'll say that I don't just have sympathy, but I have empathy. It's not a good thing, according to doctors. It makes you maybe have a physical, like it feels like you and your patients are like you know each other, something like that. But yeah, I would say that in general I can still control that. But how it affects me in general is that it makes me soft hearted. It makes me soft hearted, especially when it comes to handling patients. Like I can't be giving you injections now or maybe setting up an IV line and I will not stop saying sorry. I keep saying sorry because I know it's painful. Like I would say sorry even up to the end. Up to the end, like even when doing it, I am so gentle while doing all those things. Like I am very gentle, from putting the plaster to putting the cotton wool. Like I like it feels like when they say Jesus is pampering you. So I try to like do that, more like pampering my own patients. So they're already in pain, they're already in distress, they're already very sick. So you coming to do it with so much enforcement and power and everything is another kind of pain too. So when I'm doing it, I try to be very careful while doing it, not to inflict any pain in them, to care for them. It makes me more caring. My faith makes me more caring. And it also helps me whenever I'm even like assigned to like, oh, go and click this patient. This is your patient. Change his IV line, check their catheter, all those stuffs that they usually send medical students around. Yeah, while doing that, I'm literally praying for them. I'm not just doing it like I in my mind. I'm praying for them. I'm like, God, please make this person to get better. If this is your will, let it be. God, please console this person, console their family, because sometimes you see their family there, and you see that their family members are not even so happy. They are all moody and all. And honestly, especially when you now hear these breaking news that you left one posting and the person you were taking care of, you just hear that the person later died. It's very shocking and heartbreaking. I will even lie. It's very shocking and heartbreaking, especially with the fact that you made contact with this person, even if you don't have any personal thing to speak about with them. Obviously they won't want to talk to us about anything personal because we are students and they know. So they tend to make everything snappy with us and all and be like, oh, please just do what you have to do and go. I know, but I believe when we become doctors, they would have something personal to do with
Yeah,
us. Yeah.
absolutely. Amazing. Amazing. I love that because when I do my clinical rotation as a
Mhm.
radiography student, the patients are kind of like very snappy because they know that, like you
Yeah.
said, they know the student. So they
Yeah.
can't, what they can tell the doctor or a senior radiographer, they can't tell to you because you're just your student.
Exactly.
It's quite obvious.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's quite relatable. So thank you so much for talking us through about how faith influenced your approach to study medicine and caring for your patients? I love the
Thank
fact you
you.
say you always say sorry. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. That's amazing. But it's very funny sometimes because
Yeah,
I think it's now an involuntary activity for
action.
you to do.
Yeah.
You always say that. So thank you so much for sharing that story for us. So we have three more questions for you to go. So
Okay.
before I proceed, is there any food or dish that you like to cook in your spare time?
Okay. Basically, because I'm hardly at home. So whenever I get home, I try to try new dishes. Like I basically learned the basic ones, like maybe soups, rice dishes, and all. So I'm someone that I really love watching food content a lot. So whenever I'm at home, I try to like buy one or two ingredients, just trying to expand my cooking spree. So I buy one or two and I try to cook something way different from what I've cooked before, or maybe something I tasted. I try to do that. I love baking also, but we don't have a mic. We don't have an oven, so I don't bake too often. Except it's something I can fry or something like that. Then I'll just do that.
Amazing, amazing. Well, thank you so much for sharing that story with us. That
Thank
you
you.
try to try out new things in terms of cooking in your spare time, which is amazing. Because we learn every day. We learn every day.
Yeah.
So two more questions to go for you is second to the last question, Kenneth, is yeah, I know that in med school it's not always easy peasy for you. You always face challenges, right?
Yeah.
So what problems did you encounter during your medical school or in medical education, and how did you overcome them? Shares.
Okay. I would say my first challenge I had in medical school. In fact, there are a lot of challenges. I will not lie, but let me start from afresh. My first challenge I had in medical school was at first when I transitioned from physiology to medicine. So it was really hard for me because my old friends, I won't see them again. I won't sit in class with them again. I have to stay with new set of classmates and everything. So it was a lot for me. So at that point, I actually felt so depressed. So I wasn't reading the way I was supposed to be reading for my exams. And hopefully, by God's grace, I wrote my exams and I passed. And I'm grateful for that because it's not easy to be fighting depression and still be doing medical school. I know. And plus, I had even gone home for a very long time and I just switched. I didn't go home. I stayed back in school. It was a very sad moment for me. I will even like. So, yeah, that was it. And then biochemistry was a very, very hard course for me because I was trying to understand it. Biochemistry is very, like, it's kind of abstract because it's not something you can easily relate with. Yeah, they talk about enzymes, so many other things that you is different, like anatomy, that maybe they tell you this is the humerus. Obviously you have a hand, so telling you this is the humerus, you are just getting aware that, oh, the bone here is the humerus. Do you get that kind of thing? So that one is kind of relatable. And even if you don't, like, you cannot just say you don't know anatomy, that kind of thing. But biochemistry was so abstract for me, and some of the lecturers weren't so good at teaching. They were, it's not like they know their stuff. That's the truth. They know their stuff. But making it simple, that was the problem they were having, because they just came and they just poured everything. The people that are very smart, because I have to read to understand, or maybe someone has to teach me in a like bit by bit manner for me to understand it very well and all. So the lecturers were not really helping. So I had my first fail in biochemistry. So it was very shocking though, because biochemistry was something that would make me sit on the chair and I would just be reading and reading and reading, and just seeing your efforts down the drain is another thing. So it was very painful for me, but yeah, I found a way. I met more, I got in touch with some lecturers, and they gave me like, they kind of gave me time, spare time to like teach me, not just me, Sha, some other people that were also struggling. And the way he taught it, I was like, is it this thing that I was trying to understand then? Like, is it this simple? And I wish like that was how they were teaching every one of us in class. So they said that me that I was struggling with biochemistry, I was teaching people biochemistry. I was making it simple for them. So I think the main struggle I've had in medical school was struggling with failure. Like struggling that, oh, I failed an exam. How do I stand up? Biochemistry was not MBO, it was just normal in courses that we do and all. Sure. So that was just it about biochem for me. Mm, that's my, and maybe comparison. Comparison is
Um,
another, yeah, another factor that there is no one in medical school that won't lie that they've never compared themselves with one or two persons. That's it. Like if you are saying you don't compare, you are lying, because most people when they send out the results, they usually check for who the highest is, who is the lowest. People that claim that they did not read, they will check their score. People that claim that, oh, the exam was simple, they will check. People compare themselves. And speaking to one or two people that I feel like they may be having comparison, I saw that they were competing, and I'm like, medical school, don't take it as a competition. No. If not, you break down. Read. Like if there's any competition you should be doing, it's for you and yourself alone. And also how I fought comparison was just looking out for myself in particular, not even for any other person. And then I'm a very open person. If you ask me what I scored, I won't even lie to you. I will tell you, oh, I failed that exam. Oh, I passed the exam, because it brings me to realization of how well I did and how bad I did, and just reminding myself makes me to work harder, and then yeah, passing my exam well. That's just yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, I know. Biochemistry is it's not a course to joke about. I know.
Yeah.
But since you had a little um misunderstandings, I would say misunderstandings about biochemistry.
Mm-hmm.
So how did you cope with medical biochemistry?
Medical biochemistry. That was basically what they were teaching us. Medical
Oh,
biochemistry. Yeah.
yeah, you guys didn't do normal biochemistry.
We did it. We did everything.
Oh,
Like
amazing.
nothing is
Because
left out for medical students. Nothing
oh
at all.
yes, because in my second year I did medical biochemistry, second semester. So, because I was thinking, because major league guys do everything, so I was just thinking if they did this like separately or something. But in your board exam, did you write medical? Did you write the biochemistry in your MB exam?
Yes, we did. We did. And yeah, I passed, and that was even my highest score.
Oh my god! Yeah, you did a
Mhm.
shout out. I saw it. I saw you did a shout out that you passed your MB exams. Congratulations to
Yeah.
you, and know that
Thank you.
your finals, you'll still make it. You still make it.
Amen.
You're putting effort, so it will never. And you have God by your side. It's
Mm-hmm.
gonna make everything easy for you. So the last
Yeah.
question for you, Kenneth, is yeah, definitely there will be medical students out there that watch this video.
Yeah.
But the have other interests, like you love cooking. Most of them will love drawing. Most of them will love
Yeah.
painting, all those kind of things. So what advice would you give to medical students out there with other interests? Topics there.
With other interest. Okay. I'll first say that medicine is a course that when you start doing it, you may not even remember that the world exists except just you in the hospital and trying to help people and all. I won't lie. So if you have other interests, pursue it. I won't even lie. Even if you're not pursuing it to the highest point. Maybe you are not getting enough followers, maybe because you are doing content, or you are not getting enough likes, engagement. Keep on doing it, honestly, because you're not doing it for, even if you're not doing it for the world, at least for yourself, because that is what you like. Because that's another thing that makes me go on with my YouTube and everything, because even if I don't get as much engagement that I want to get, I still remember that, oh, I'm doing it for myself. Like I'm doing it because this is what I love. I'm not just doing it because I want a lot of people to watch me and all those things. So if you have interest in sports, do it honestly. You can even go into sports medicine, and then you see that your interest is even aligning with your course and all. There are so many interests in this world, and all I can say is you should pursue your interest. Don't stay and be saying you want to do only medicine. you you will suffer. You will suffer, and I'm not even lying. Like these things that you have interest in, I won't lie, is another part of happiness, because sometimes medical school can be very depressing. I won't even lie.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
looking out of it, maybe watching a YouTube, because I have a YouTube channel, watching my channel and seeing it grow can also give me some kind of joy that I'm not just only pursuing medicine, but I'm also pursuing my content career. And they say, oh, money, there's no money in medicine. Me, I'm not doing medicine because of money. Oh. But if you are doing medicine because of money, there's truly no money in medicine. Only stress, sleepless nights. Can see my dark circles. It's still clearing of recent. These are the
Yeah,
things that medicine will give you. So you can
I
pursue
agree.
other lines of interest. It will help you grow.
That's amazing. I saw that those black spots. What came to my head is could be only med school could curse that.
Yeah,
Wow. Thank you so much for that advice.
yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much also for your time. Um,
Thank you.
we already planned this months ago, but because you're in school, but right now
Hmm.
you're no longer in school, you're back
Yeah.
home.
Hmm.
Thank you for the message as well. So
Yeah.
if you wanted to connect with Kenneth, either on Instagram or LinkedIn, and subscribe to her YouTube, her details will be on the YouTube description below. Make sure you follow her up because she's an amazing personality. And so make sure to if you have other questions, you can drop it into in the comment section, or you can reach out to Kenneth for some mentorship because definitely she's heading over to our finals very soon. And so yeah, she has more experience to guide you through if you're a first year medical student, second year, third, fourth year medical student as well. So, like I said, if you love this content, do well to like, share, and subscribe as well. That means a lot to me. And make sure to watch this video to the end so that you can get and grasp the full content. So, thank you, everyone. Thank you, Kenneth, for your
Thank you very
time.
much. Thank you.
Yeah,
Bye.